What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Slackerz, bringing you our next matchup in the Everyone Is Here tournament. So, if you're new, I will throw up the rules on screen of how this whole thing works, and I'll give you a brief rundown of, well, the rules. So, yeah, let's throw the rules up on screen right now. Alright, I'm going to try to do this pretty quickly. So, one of the first rules, one of the more important rules, this tournament is just for fun. There are 100 characters in this tournament. This is just for fun, alright? So we have characters that are either assist trophies, there could be third party, there could be first party, there could be spirits. There's all sorts of weird characters in here, and if you believe that they won't happen because of, you know, whatever category they might fall under, it doesn't matter, alright? It's all for fun, so, you know, don't take it too seriously, but it's all for fun. Another important rule, you only get one vote per person. And how do you vote if you want to participate? Very simple. Down in the comments, simply type who your vote is for. So today's matchup is Byleth from the Fire Emblem Three Houses game taking on Porky Minch, who's from the EarthBound series. So you vote for one of those two in the comments. Simply type who your vote is for. You are allowed to vote for both if you want to, but remember, one vote per person. If, the rest of the rules. It's a double elimination tournament. If character loses once, they'll drop to the loser bracket, and then they'll have to lose again to be officially eliminated, hence double elimination. If there's ever a tie in the voting, I'll flip a coin on camera, best and fairest way to break the tie. And then each matchup, voting-wise, only lasts for just 1 week. So today is, what, Wednesday? That means we'll get the results for this matchup next Wednesday. You get it? 1 week. All right. Any votes that come in after that, obviously, they ain't going to count because the results have already been tallied up. So with all the rules out of the way, let's jump into the results and then into the matchup. All right. So the result from last week was, I forget what game number, but it was Master Chief taking on Mach Rider. And this one was a lot closer than I didn't think it was going to be this close. I didn't anticipate this, so... there's a lot of people that kind of went back and forth, like, all right, Master Chief, pretty iconic, right? Kind of, it'd be awesome to see him in Smash. Mach Rider fans were like, yeah, retro character, be awesome to see, you know, he's part of the Grinch League, and la-da-da-da-da. So here's the results. Very closer than I thought, all right? Master Chief won, but 47 votes for Master Chief, 36 for Mach Rider. So, I mean, look, 11 votes, that's a pretty good competition, you know, for somebody that's just looked at as a retro character that not a lot of people might know of these days, but hey, pretty good. So Master Chief moves on into the winner's bracket, continues on, I should say, takes on Lara Croft in the next matchup. Mach Rider loses, still in the tournament, but just drops to the loser bracket. So one more loss for Mach Rider, done. So that means we get to go over the matchup for the day, which is, yeah, Byleth from Fire Emblem Three Houses. What a phenomenal game, by the way. Taking on Porky Minch from EarthBound? Mother Series? Whatever you prefer. But this should be fun. 2 first-party characters, all right? But that's a big point that I want to make. Big point. First party, we still don't have any first-party characters for Smash DLC. That is something a lot of people are clamoring for. Personally, myself, I would love to see a first-party character in there, even if it's just one. I have nothing against third-party characters, but I'm just saying, like, hey, show Nintendo a little. I know Nintendo's the one they're picking this, and they probably really want to go out there and make a big splash with, you know, these third-party characters that they're announcing and stuff like that, and I totally get it. Business-wise, you want to drum up, you know, some buzz, and a lot of people, you know, just get people talking about your game. And third parties, that's a good way to do it. But, I mean, don't forget, this is a Nintendo All-Star game. So, you know, maybe show a little bit of love for a first-party character here or there. So, Fire Emblem Three Houses, Byleth. Why does Byleth make sense? Main character from Three Houses. You play as this character. It's such a great game. I'm not done with it. I've had it since it came out. I haven't even beaten it yet, but I've been having such a blast with it. So, this character makes a lot of sense. Because main character-wise, and plus you could also do the same thing that Robin and Corrin have done. You know, they have a male and female version of the character, so same thing with Byleth. You got a male and female version, so there you go. 4 and 4, alternate skins, alternate colors, and that sort of thing. Perfect. Now you're gonna say, all right, if you never played Fire Emblem Three Houses, I'm not gonna go too much into the story because I don't want to spoil things, but Byleth is not just another blue-haired swordsman, all right? There's a lot more to the character than you actually think. If you play the game, I think most of you will know what I'm talking about. I'm not good. I'm trying to be careful on how I word, the play style and everything. So, okay, obviously he's gonna have a blade. The Byleth's gonna have a blade. Gonna have a sword. Wow, big surprise. Somebody from Fire Emblem has a sword. It's all right. Yeah, I know the whole stigma. We don't need any more Fire Emblem characters. But personally, I always say this about any Fire Emblem character. I'm okay with a new Fire Emblem character as long as they can differentiate themselves from, the play styles that we already have. Marth and Lucina and Roy and Crom, they all play so, close together. And with a couple weapons that Byleth, comes into, to acquire that he's able to wield in battle, these weapons make such a big difference in terms of playstyle that this character would be so unique. And that's kind of why I liked Corrin as well. I don't dislike Corrin at all. I like Corrin because man, this is weird to say. I like Corrin because the move set is so much different than what we've really had with any other Fire Emblem character. But at the same time, if Corrin gets cut, I'm not going to be sad or disappointed about that. But I still like the character because it was new, it was different, it was unique from Fire Emblem. So I'm good with that. So if Byleth or Edelgard or anybody from Three Houses gets into Smash Bros., as long as they do something so much different than what we currently have, I'm all for it. I'm good with it. And plus, that's another factor. Fire Emblem Three Houses does not have any representation in Smash Ultimate. Now, you're like, well, of course it did. And the game came out after the fact. That's true, but you got to think, with all these games that came out after the fact, they ended up getting spirits that got added into the game. Recently we just had Daemon X Machina, just randomly had 4 brand new spirits on the spirit board, which was fantastic. That was awesome. But Nintendo didn't do anything with Fire Emblem Three Houses, which is, I don't know, I don't want to call it weird, but maybe a little strange, because it's like, all right, this is one of their biggest games from the summer. They really wanted to promote this. They really wanted people to get out there. So why not throw a little something in Smash to be like, oh yeah, by the way, Fire Emblem Three Houses is out, and here's a couple spirits. Well, maybe they're holding off because, well, they knew they're going to be doing more DLC. Maybe, in fact, we do get a first-party character. Maybe it is Byleth with the all sorts of, the different assortment of awesome weapons. I'm really trying to be careful how I word this. So, I don't know. Character would be pretty unique. Not necessarily blue-haired swordsman. All right? Yeah. Don't go too far. But I would like what the character has to bring. I'd be completely okay if this happens. If it does happen, I'm fine with it. I'm very curious to see what you guys think as well. I know there's going to be people in the comments that will say, no more Fire Emblem. Get them out of here. Which is fine. I mean, if you feel a series is overrepresented, I mean, that's your opinion, and I totally understand that point. Like, hey, let's shift the focus to something else. And what a great segue into shifting the focus to a different franchise. EarthBound, Mother Series, Porky Minch. One thing I love, actually a couple things. Again, the whole first party character deal thing, right? Maybe a point in favor, kind of. Another thing, villain. It's one thing I always say, I want to see at least one villain in DLC. Whether it's a third-party villain, whether it's a first-party villain, whether it's a 10th-party villain. What is 10th party? I don't know. I want to see a villain, all right? It's so severely lacking for the roster. Not just DLC, but the entire roster. Sure, we have some villains, but there's not enough. I want to see some more out there. So Porky, pretty big, right? Did have that thing I think it was over the summer, maybe a little bit before that. There was that fake fan-made trailer going around. Everyone's like, Porky Minch has got confirmed, and that. Obviously, that never did happen. I never believed that because that's so garbage. Look, the quality wasn't Nintendo-esque quality for a reveal trailer, so it was like that's a major hint right off the bat. Like, all right, come on, if you believe that, no. But Porky would be very interesting. Moveset wise, you got all sorts of pretty interesting things you could do. Like if you played Brawl and you remember the boss fight. Oh, that's another point. table that for a second. Table that for a second. If you remember the boss fight, he fights in like this mech sort of contraption thing, the spider bot, if you want to call it that. Some people do. Maybe you could have a smaller version of that. You know, he's got like the mechanical legs, arms, or whatever, and you can play around with that. Be a pretty interesting thought. But to circle back to the boss thing, Porky Minch, another big thing, another point, kind of same as Byleth, that does not have any representation in Smash. Not a boss, not a spirit. All right, very interesting. Like all the bosses from Smash Bros. In the past have a spirit. Why was Porky just why was he just excluded from the list? It didn't make sense. So it was kind of like, all right, maybe Nintendo was saving him for DLC. Maybe it's a possibility, right? Or maybe they just had plans with it. I don't know. I don't know. It was just kind of a very weird exclusion. It's a character that people do like, after all. Earthbound Mother. I mean, we've been waiting for Mother 3 for how long to be localized and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, is that ever gonna happen? Probably not. Sad face. But look, it's a character that people still talk about. Any new Smash game gets brought up, there's always people that will bring up this character, which is fine. You can bring up any character you want. Try to be realistic with it, but come on, he makes a lot of sense. First party, Nintendo doesn't have, both the characters in the matchup. First party, so Nintendo gets all the profits to themselves. It's just, fan favorite characters, something that a lot of people want to see. We want to see a first party character. We're okay with that. Nintendo, it's fine. You can throw us a first party character. We're not going to complain. At least I think most of us won't. A lot of people are starting to... I'm starting to see some topics about there's too many third-party characters. I kind of get it, but, to me, it's like, hey, we got somebody new. I'm okay. First party or third party, don't matter to me. But let's go to the voting. I'm actually... man, this one's tough because I really want to see a villain, but Porky's not really a villain that I personally, I need to see. I'm actually going Byleth because I'm enjoying Three Houses so much. I'm going to go with Byleth in this one. Just the moveset and how the character can work so much differently. Getting my vote in this one. So, yeah. We'll see how the Fire Emblem debate plays out in the comment section. But, yeah, that'll be it for this one. So, sneak peek for tomorrow. We will have matchup number 16. My Sure and I taking on Skull Kid. Should be fun. All right, but that'll be the matchup. And then the results will be for Cuphead against Rex and Pyra. I'm interested to see what you guys thought of Rex and Pyra, because again, Rex is a me costume. He's a spirit. He's all that sort of stuff. Doesn't matter. So I'm very curious to see how you guys voted in that one. But that'll be tomorrow. Second upload a little bit later today from the other tournament. We will have the championship, the actual overall championship. Shantae will be facing somebody. I have to tally up the votes here in a second. So that'll be it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed, and hopefully we catch you guys on the next one. Peace out, everybody.